How you going, guys? Denoobz here with a Redstone tutorial for my industrial size auto crafting machine. Basically, this was inspired by Sensational Gaming. He issued a challenge to the rest of us on the Lake Logai server to come up with an auto crafter for him so he could transport items via shulker box from his gold farm all the way to his base so he could craft in relative safety. The way this works is you would load your shulker boxes into this top chest here, hit this button, and they would get dispensed. Once the shulker box is empty, the pistons would break the shulker box, feed them directly into this chest here, and the items would go into the system due to the 2 item sorters we have at the back here. You could basically fill this thing up, let the items all flow in, fill up the machine, go off, do what you want, and then come back when you're ready to craft. If you haven't seen how these things work, let me just go into game mode 0 really quickly. There we go. So what you would do is you would fill up your inventory with the item that you want to craft. In this case, it is gold ingots, and then we're gonna craft with the gold nuggets. So we're gonna push this button here, which will turn on our water, and this pressure plate will activate all of these dispensers, and we get a lot of items very quickly. Then we can simply just hit our 1-2 keys, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1, and then craft the items just like so without actually having to do a lot of work at all. So let's go back into game mode 1 and start the tutorial. Okay, first step, you want to isolate the block where you want to start, and we're going to put a stone pressure plate on that. You do not, I repeat, do not want to use a timber pressure plate, as items can activate those, so when you step off, any items flowing through will continue to power the machine and it will not turn off, which is not good. Next, we want to come straight out 8 blocks with packed ice. Not necessary, just kind of speeds everything up. Next, we need a comparator clock coming out of the pressure plate, so you want to come down and out by 1, and then create a little 2x2 here. Put a comparator coming out of the block with the pressure plate on subtract mode, and then redstone dust running into itself, just like so. We want to come down and then out by 1 more time, and we're going to put a row of 3, so we have 1 iron block or any block you choose on either side of the ice dust, and come out the entire length of the ice, just like so. Next, we want to put a repeater running out of there, just like that. I apologize. That should be like so. And then we're going to put redstone dust on all of these blocks all the way across like that. Okay, next step, guys, we need to take an observer block like this one here, and we're going to place it facing up towards us, so the little red blinky light is looking directly at us. We're going to switch over to the other side, do the exact same here on this side, and then we're going to place our droppers, if I select them, there we go, droppers on top of each one of these facing in towards the packed ice on both sides also. Once those are done, if we stand on the pressure plate over here, we should see that all of these are now firing, which is very good. Next step, we want to place a hopper directly into each one of these. So if we just run across like this, and same on the other side, and then we're going to place a double chest interweaving between trap chest and normal chest, like this. Okay, so next what we want to do is we're going to grab our hopper again, and we're going to place a hopper into each one of these chests facing down, a bit too fast. And then likewise on the other side as well. Each side of these are identical, so don't worry too much. And we're just going to place in temporary blocks like so, and then we're going to place hoppers running into each other heading in this direction. Oop. There we go. Next we're going to break these blocks here, as we don't need those anymore, and we're going to place some temporary blocks just on the opposite sides like so, and we're going to push a hopper into each one of these facing out. Go ahead and break those now. That way we can set up our item sorters. So we're going to come out 3 blocks like this, with comparators coming out of each one of these hoppers. Ooh, it'll lag there, sorry about that. Redstone dust on top. Next we're going to come down and out by 1, and redstone dust as well on top of each one of those. Next step, we're going to put a block just here and here, and we're going to bring one out and down just like this to create the little sideways P that everyone should be pretty familiar with. I imagine most of you have seen an item sorter before. Take your repeater this time, and we're going to put one just here, and then we're going to put a redstone torch on the underside of each one of these blocks. Now it's time to actually sort our items. Okay, as of 1.11.2, naming items is still a bit broken, so we're just going to use quartz, as that will probably never end up in this particular system. And we're going to put 4 in each one like this, and then a stack here, and they should filter down to 41 items like that. There we go. And on this side also 41 items. Once that's done, we know that our item filters are completely sorted, and it's time to move on to the next step. The next step being setting up our shulker box unload. Okay, first things first, we need to put a double chest down so we can actually collect our shulker boxes, and then we're going to put a hopper just in the middle of these two, facing directly into it. From there we're going to put yet another double chest just like so, and this time we're going to put a hopper facing into either side of that, and then a hopper facing into the back of each one of those. That is going to be where our next chests go, on top of each one of these. So we got our little buffer so that the items can travel through the hoppers without going through too fast. Next, we place a hopper on the back of each one of these, and then we start to build our shulker box, unloaders. So for each one of these, we need a comparator coming out of that. We need to go up another block like so, with a redstone torch on the side of that. We then need a redstone torch a block on top of the redstone torch, with a dropper facing up, and then a hopper going straight into that. From there, we then need a block coming out like so, and then we also need a block on top of this comparator. Let's place 2 temporary blocks up like so we can place our dispenser facing downwards. This will dispense our shulker boxes. And then a sticky piston on the edge of this block facing toward the space between our hopper and dispenser, with a block in front of that. Next, we're just going to place a comparator coming out of either side of the hopper. We're going to place a temporary block there, another block there, break that, and then a repeater on 2 ticks going into our dispenser. Lastly, we want to place a single block, let's use quartz again to keep consistent, going into that dispenser. And then do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Okay guys, final step. All we have to do now is we're going to place a block in between here, a button on top of that, then we're going to simply put a hopper into each one of these, a hopper from the middle into either one of these, and then a double chest on top of there where we can load our shulker boxes into. I've already loaded some of these already, so if we hit this button, this should all kick off into gear and everything should be firing as normal. If we stand here, yep, dispensers are all working, that's fine. I haven't loaded them, so we've already seen that. If you guys want a really good tutorial on how these are built, there is one on TCroc17's channel. He built the original design, and then I modified it slightly to get the design we have now, so go check that out, link in the description. And if you guys like the auto crafter, do let me know in the comments, or leave a like. If you want to see more tutorials, or if there's any ways you think you can improve that, let me know also. Until then, see you guys in the next one. Bye!